Hi guys, my name is Vanessa Murrow and I am the founder of Celestial Soul Candle Co. And in case you didn't know, the Co stands for consciousness. I talk all about higher consciousness living and how you can't be healthy without healing body, mind, and spirit. CS is more than just a candle brand, it is a remedial experience, and I am just here to provide the remedy. So thank you so much for being here to receive it. So today I'm very excited to say that I am doing an Aquarius birthday reading. So tomorrow is the start of Aquarius season, and I just want to be a little ahead of the game here and give you guys a little reading. So this reading will apply to all sun, moon, and rising signs, as well as if you have any Aquarius in your chart. So if you're not familiar with your chart and what you have, and if you have any Aquarius placements, I would go to like AstroSeek or Cafe Astrology, type in your birth information, and I would get a check in and see if you have any Aquarius placements at all. That could be your Saturn, your Uranus, your Pluto, your North Node, your South Node, any of those placements. If you have Aquarius, this reading may be for you. I'm doing it for anybody who has Aquarius placements. And also, in case you didn't know, it is probably good to watch. If you do watch readings based on signs, it is good to just kind of watch all of them sometimes, because you could always take away something from any of them, even if they're not necessarily your sun, moon, or rising sign. So, I haven't been live in so long, and I'm so excited to do this. I know I've been talking a lot about the 2023 health readings, which I am going to get into. My goal is to finish them by the end of this week. I've just been really trying to meditate a lot on the messages, and I'm really trying to take as much information as I can prior to actually pulling the cards and doing the reading for you guys. But yeah, I'm excited to get started with this Aquarius reading. I hope this music that I'm playing in the background is like not too loud. It's just a little something, you know? I don't even know if you can hear it, but if you can, I hope it's not too loud. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with just, doing a little Florida water on that ass. So I did do a little meditation prior to this to get some, messages on what Aquarius needs to know. And I feel like the way I want to start this off is I just want to pull some cards and see how they interlink with my notes instead of reading you my notes prior to reading the cards. Yeah, so I'm excited to see how this goes. Where do I want to start? Okay. I got a few different decks here. This is the Mystical Wisdom card deck, in case you're wondering. So this reading is going to be based for your Aquarius birthday season, especially if you're a sun sign. This could really be for you, but also heavily if you're a moon sign or a rising sign. Like I said, if you got any Aquarius placements, it might be good for you. So I feel like I usually don't really pull into this deck, but this kind of called me right now, so we're just going to see some opening messages that the cards have for you today. And also, happy birthday. Oh my gosh. That's the only card I want to pull. I am so happy this card came out. So the card that you got to start off this glorious birthday reading is Epiphany. And it says seek clarity. And it's so crazy because these are my notes. So when I was meditating on your messages for this reading and what I wanted to deliver to you was the first thing that I felt was like clear. Like, I felt like fully like open and clear, and just like I had so much clarity. And this is what I wrote. You are learning how to open your heart more. And you're coming from a less judgmental space than you once were. You're showing a little bit more compassion for people. And you're clear. You're gaining clarity over people that you question, and even what it is that you're really wanting to do, what your next steps are. I feel like just overall, you're just gaining so much clarity, and you're like, this is it. Like, I think this is what this person is, who they show that they are. This thing is, I really love this thing. I want to pursue this thing. And that's really, I love that came out. So, you know what? We're just going to get into like the whole meditation notes that I have. We're just going to get into all of them, and then we'll go ahead and pull the cards, because that was like so spot on. Now I'm like, I want to tell you everything else that I heard. Okay, so you are also in a space where you're releasing the need for perfectionism. So especially because Aquariuses are fixed signs. You guys just want everything to be intact. Like, everything has its place. Everything is, you know, it almost gives, it's kind of giving me like Virgo energy, if I'm being honest with you. But it's like this deep need of perfectionism. And it really does feel like Virgo energy in a way. And it's just like you guys just want everything to like be the way that you want to see it. But I feel like it's a different kind of perfectionism that like Virgos usually go for. Like, Virgo wants it to appear perfect in the grand scheme of things. Like, if you glance at it, it's like perfect. Whereas Aquarius, perfection for you is like perfect in your eyes, and you guys have a very different set of eyes than everybody else. Like, you guys see things differently, you process things differently, you have a different vision than everybody else does. And I feel like that's where you are trying to be so perfect, is like based solely off of your eyes and your vision and what it is that you're trying to do. But you're releasing this need for this deep-rooted perfectionism, because this perfectionism is really holding you back. And I feel like this is where this epiphany is coming in, because you're just like, you know what, like, this isn't really serving me. And like, yes, I want it to be perfect, but like, this is almost like, it's almost at a space where it's like unattainable at this time. So this perfectionism also stems into the judgment of others. So, like I said, you're not being as judgmental, and you're starting to show a little bit more compassion for people. But really, this judgment is coming from a place of, because you judge yourself so heavily. And I feel like because you're starting to learn not to judge others, you're starting to grow a little bit more compassion. You are starting to release this need for perfectionism. You're in turn doing that for yourself. So you are releasing the need for perfectionism in yourself. You're releasing judgment on yourself. You're releasing this need for you to like really just like be perfect, because you're realizing this is just kind of holding you back. Okay. Along with clarity and clarity over people, clarity over what it is what you're wanting to do, you're also getting clarity that what you've been doing isn't really making you happy, and you kind of need to reroute. I really feel like you're kind of in limbo now, because, and I know this energy so heavily because it's so crazy. I was just talking about this yesterday. Was like, I actually just went through this space. Honestly, it was a few years ago when I really started to hit this wall, if you will, where I felt like this is not what what I'm doing right now is actually what I'm not. I thought it was what I was supposed to be doing, but I realized like this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's not fulfilling me in the way that I thought it was going to be fulfilling. And during this meditation, this emotion really came up, and I'm like, I know this feeling all too well. Let's get into the topic. So, you're in a space where you're like, okay, what I'm doing isn't actually making me happy anymore, or it's not fulfilling me in a way that I would hope it would. And so you're like, I need to do something, I need to change something, this isn't working, but you feel stuck. You're like, okay, but like, how do I do that? Which way am I supposed to go? Like, this is new territory for me, okay? And especially because you haven't released the perfectionism yet, you're working on it, okay? So you're still suffering this deep need for perfection, and you're watching this. You're understanding that you're in need of this reroute, but you're like, that means that like everything is gonna like go into chaos before it gets perfect, and so that alone like scares the living shit out of you, because you're just like, I don't know what this looks like. I have no idea. This is so far off the deep end of anything that I'm used to, and especially Aquarius being a fixed sign, you guys don't really like change. You don't really want to step into brand new territory unless it aligns with your very Aquarius vision. So the thing is, what really came to me, and it's crazy because I actually got this message in my dream, and I could have swore it was a tweet that I saw. And then I was like, am I copying this off a tweet? But I think in my dream I saw it, and I thought, like, I don't know, it was just weird. So I had to retrace my steps and go back on Twitter, and I was just like, did I see this somewhere? Like, am I copying something? I don't know what this is, okay? Let's just not pay attention to that right now. But it's like, you're just like, okay, but anyway, I saw this tweet. Well, I thought I saw a tweet, but it really, I don't think I saw it. I don't even think this tweet really existed. I don't know. But I think I'm pretty sure I dreamt it. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, it was in my dream. But basically, the message that I got was that Aquarius is like, cannot fathom the thought of monetizing off of doing what they love, because you feel like it's going to suck the joy out of everything. And I'm here to tell you that is not entirely true. Now, yes, it is important to have hobbies and creative outlets for yourself that don't generate revenue, that you don't monetize from, because yes, those will suck all the joy out of you. But like, there's a difference between like a fun little like hobby and creative passion that you like to do. Maybe it's just something as simple as like roller skating or something, but nobody said you had to like get on TikTok and try to get famous off of like roller skating. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, there's certain things that you can do. Like, if you're into fitness, like, you don't have to like become a personal trainer. You can just like love working out, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be that. However, I think that what it is that you're wanting to do, you're starting, because you're getting this clarity and this epiphany over your life. You're like, I know in my heart of hearts, like, this isn't aligned with me anymore. And one, that scares the absolute shit out of you, because you're just like, I don't know what this looks like. And two, you're like, this is not aligning with me, and I feel like my idea of what my purpose is has changed. And so because of this, it's like, you need a reroute, but you're also just like, if I start monetizing off of what it is that I really want to do, it's going to suck all the joy out of it, and I'm going to start hating my job. And that is just not true, like, at all. I actually think that when you're truly passionate about something and you truly love something and enjoy it, the money is always going to follow. I have been saying this since I was like in high school. And if you truly are passionate about something, it's always going to follow. But I think the biggest way of showing up for yourself is by following through with what it is that you truly love and that you're passionate about. This mark on my shirt is really just not doing it for me. Luckily, my boyfriend's a stain master, so he can just take that out for me. Okay. So, yeah, it's so not true, and I think that is not a healthy way to approach your goals and your dreams, and I think that's the reason why you feel like you got so stuck and stagnated, and I almost feel like you, like, low-key, okay, this is what it is. Okay, so what happened was you actually low-key been judging other people because they are going far off the deep end in your eyes and doing what it is they're really passionate about, making big strides and leaps and things that you're like, why would you, like, you had everything going for you over here, like, why would you stop doing that, and then now you're just doing this other thing, and like I feel like you're just being so judgmental of others and what they're doing and the moves that they're making, and maybe they made a completely different life decision for themselves, and you're just like, I don't know what she did that for, what he did that for, blah 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 blah, and you get to judging, and really that just comes back to yourself. That is a reflection of how you feel towards you, because you can't even fathom the idea of rerouting your whole entire life and everything you already worked for to go pursue this, like, new idea, this new endeavor, or what it is that you truly are passionate about and, like, fully love. But now, because you have this epiphany, you're really starting to understand what that means and what that looks like, and you're like, oh, I get it. Like, I understand why that person, like, took that leap of faith. I understand why that person kind of, like, took the big risk. But you're also just like, but, like, how do you do it? You know, like, you're still so lost and confused on what moves to make next. But it's like the epiphany has came where you're like, okay, so, like, I realize I have to do this thing if I really want to be happy, but, like, you don't even really know how to do it and how to get there. Don't worry, we're gonna get to that in a second. So, what I wrote down was, you're too practical for your own good. Yeah. But now that you're starting to understand other people and why they made the decisions that they made, you're like, oh, okay, I'm starting to understand that feeling now of, like, you just know you need to, like, make a move and make a decision, make something happen. I mean, it may not make sense to anybody. Like, literally, this idea that you have and the ideas that other people have had, like, they may have not even made sense to you. You're just like, why would you do that? Like, this doesn't make any sense. But it's not supposed to make sense to you. It's not supposed to make sense to anybody except you, the person who's making the move. That's really what it comes down to. And now you're starting to release the judgment and release this perfectionism of what things are supposed to look like. And you're starting to actually open up to people and the ideas behind their actions, okay? And you're starting to release the judgment, release the perfectionism, and you're in turn doing that for yourself, because now you're coming out of a place with more compassion. You're starting to really fully understand where it's coming from. And you're like, oh, so they must have felt like this, which is why they did that. Okay. But the thing is, the difference between you and them is that they weren't afraid to do it. They just did the shit. Maybe they were at first, okay? But they didn't hold them back. Now, you are kind of getting it in your own way. So, that's why I say you're a little too practical for your own good, because you're just trying to map out all the things and the X, Y, and Z. And sometimes you can't just map things out, okay? Sometimes you got to just jump and let the net appear. That's what you need to do. So, a vision that I had in my head was, I saw, like, painting, I saw calligraphy, I saw writing, poetry, art. Like, I don't know what it is that you're wanting to do, but I do feel like it is related to something artistic. And it's like, I mean, that could just be, these are just examples. It's just what came to me in the messages when I was meditating. These were some of the things that came to my head. And I feel like you even almost have this sense of like, but like, I really love this thing and I want to do this thing, but like, how am I going to make money off of it? And that's not your job to worry about. It's not your job to worry about. That's the gag. That's not your job to worry about. The how is not your job. You're going to get it because the money always follows passion. So you just got to jump and let the net appear. You got to just do it. Be smart. Take calculated risks. Always, okay? I mean, I've taken a lot of risks in my life that were not calculated, but guess what? The net always appeared, even still yet. Okay, so don't get it twisted. However, I did also take a lot of calculated risks in my life, and once again, even when I did that, the net definitely appeared. So either way that you look at it, you're always going to figure it out. And I think that you'll live with more regret if you just keep thinking about like shoulda, woulda, coulda. What if I did that back in 5 years ago? Like, you're going to think like back to like 2023 when it's like 2027, and you're going to like, damn, if I would have just started when I first came up with the idea. Whew, damn, I'm talking to myself. Because a lot of what I'm doing now, I thought of all of this back in 2018, 2019. Me sitting here in front of you, me doing my weekly newsletters, like these are all ideas that I had 5 years ago. And here I am 5 years later finally doing it. And I'm like, if only I would have started when I first had the idea. But that's what happens when you don't listen to your intuition. The card you got is movement, baby. Movement. You need to move. You need to jump. You need to go in head first. Okay? Stop thinking about. You're planning too far ahead. Okay, definitely plan ahead a little bit, but like, you ever heard of the quote, all you gotta do is take the first step. You don't need to see the staircase, you just gotta know how to take the first few steps. And that's where you're at. You gotta shift, you gotta move, you gotta plan. And this is the thing here. Okay, 2023, yes, it has, in the Gregorian calendar, it has begun. However, the energetic new year does not start until March 21st, after what is it? Pisces season. After Pisces season, okay? So, from now until March 21st, we are in winter, okay? Spring has not sprung, okay? So, from now until spring, when spring begins, this is the time to like rest, reset, get clear on your vision for 2023. Work with the sun, okay? Wake up when the sun comes up, wind down when the sun goes down. And I promise you, you're going to gain so much. Like, you're already gaining clarity, but I feel like when you really just learn how to like work with the rhythm of the universe, you just flow and you just like really just start to figure things out. And I know that because I'm there right now. I'm like, oh, I'm starting to get it. Like, I'm seeing everybody in January being like, zoom, 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 zoom. I'm trying to get this done, this done. Guess what? That's not going to last you very long. Okay? Because energetically, we are not in the time or the space to be doing all the zip, zam, zoom. We're supposed to be chilling, kicking back, putting our feet up, having us a little glass of wine, and really getting clear on what it is that we want to do for the rest of the year. Then when spring has sprung, then so can we. Okay? So, Aquarius, this is your time to really take this season and Pisces season to really get clear on what it is that you really want to do. Figure out your next steps, and it could be so simple. Okay? So, like, let's use calligraphy for an example. Okay. You ever see those TikTok pages where like they just be going live and like writing calligraphy and like people's names and like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what if you just like start there? Build your community, okay? Build a community first, and I don't know what your goals, your intentions are, what it is that you want to do. I have no idea. Could even be like an art studio, like anything. Just think of what it is that you really want to do. Think of 5 major things that you need to get done to make that come into fruition. Okay, 5 big steps. Okay, then go to the first. Okay, once you think of the 5 steps, think about, out of those 5 steps that you need to do, what is the first thing that you need to do? Okay, so like, say for it's maybe it's like start a website. Okay, start there. Go on Squarespace, go on Wix, go on Shopify, go on anywhere. Start Etsy. Okay, start working on your website, one thing at a time. And I think the problem is that you start to overwhelm yourself with this huge dream and thought and idea. Listen, I know that feeling too, okay, because I have a really big dream and thought and idea in my head as well. That is, you know, really, this reading is really resonating for me. Okay, I don't even know if, I think I got a couple of Aquarius placements up in there, but they're not in my big 3. But this reading is really resonating for me because I also have a very big dream, a very big idea, but I know that in order for me to pursue this thing, there are so many steps I need to take before I pursue that big thing, okay? So I'm like, okay, before I do that, I need to do this. I need to do 5 major things. And within those 5 major things, what is the first thing that I need to do? And then within that first thing I need to do, how do I break that down into many simplified steps, okay? I want you to get a piece of paper and write it down. What's the first step you need to take, and what is everything, like every single task that needs to be done to complete that very big first step, okay? Work on one thing every day. Every day. And the biggest thing of it all is like just getting clear on what it is that the steps that you need to take. Maybe you should meditate. That could be a step. Getting clear on your idea. Maybe going out in nature, going for a walk, going on a hike, spending time in the sun, like connecting with yourself to really fully gain clarity over what it is that you're really wanting to do, trying to do. I think that this is so important and crucial for taking those pivotal steps necessary. But you need to move, okay? You got the movement card. You need to take some action behind this. Like, it's time. I feel like you've been sitting on this for a while now, and it's like the epiphany came and you're like, okay, I know that this is what I want to do now, but you're like, I feel stuck. I don't know where to start. I don't have the money for it. I don't know, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? The how is not your issue, okay? The how you're going to get the money, the how you're going to find other resources, the how you're going to find the people, they're going to come to you. Just figure out what you could do right now to make this happen. Because you're too practical for your own good. And you just need to kick back a little bit and just, let the universe and your spirit guides do their thing, okay? Let's get into the next deck. Okay, I literally shuffled it and the card flung out, and I don't think that's ever happened before. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! You can't make this shit up! Okay, the two cards that flew out literally while I was shuffling were visualize and soul song. This is literally everything I just talked about. You gotta visualize what it is that you want. Get clear. Meditate. Let the ideas come to you. Connect with yourself. Connect with your soul song. What song is your soul trying to sing? Then when I was shuffling a card, alignment. That's the card I saw. When you get in alignment with yourself, when you start visualizing what it is that you want, the things that you want to do, where you see your life going, how you see it expanding, when you get in tune with what your soul song is, and the only way that's going to happen is if you get into alignment. Okay? Alignment looks like many things. It means integrity. Not just with others, most of all with yourself. You can lie to anybody in the world, but you cannot lie to yourself. Okay? You can try to lie to yourself. You can try to convince yourself all the things, people, ways in which, all that stuff. But you cannot, at your core, lie to yourself. So if this is something you really want, you can't be back and forth with it. Like, you gotta be like, yes, this is it. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people around you. Move with intention. Move with integrity. Move with authenticity. Be your full, authentic self. Show up. This idea of this perfectionism and all these things, and I need to be perfect, blah, 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 it's because you be judging others. And so you don't want to be others judging you the way that you be judging them. But listen, when people see you moving like as your true, full self without worrying about the opinions and judgment of others, that's when people are going to be like, oh, damn. They doing their thing. I respect that. People respect you more when you're authentic. And you don't care about like what he say, she say. When you just do you, so many people respect you so much more. Even if they don't even like what you're doing. I can assure you, even if they don't agree with what you're doing, they still gonna respect it. Okay? Get into alignment with yourself. Alignment also looks like self-care, taking care of yourself, taking care of your responsibilities, taking care of your body, taking time for yourself. It also looks like self-love, which is accountability, being accountable, owning up to your shit, owning up to where you can do better. Self-love looks like discipline. It looks like consistency. It looks like sticking to your commitments. Okay? Self-love is being honest with yourself, moving with integrity, okay? Being authentic. These are all things that are part of alignment. And when you start to move in this alignment, it is crazy. The light bulbs that start to come off, okay? And they don't come as quickly as you hope. I know, because I'm there, okay? I was there for a minute. But as somebody who just went through, I can tell you that the light bulbs will come. You just need to get into alignment. Visualize. Like, visualizing is so key. It's such a vital part of manifesting. And like, what does your dream life look like? What if you saw your life 5 years from now, 10 years now, what, like, in your heart of hearts, like when you're being so honest with yourself, what do you really, not what everybody else thinks that your life should look like, or what society tells you that your life should look like what do you, like, if you could dream any dream and it was not too big, what would you want your life to look like? Okay, what are you doing? What are you driving? Where are you? How do you dress? How do you walk? How do you talk? Do you have children? Do you have a family? Do you have, like, what is it that you want? Get clear on that. Then once you get clear, you're moving in alignment, you're visualizing it, you start to really learn what your soul song is. You're starting to learn, what song is it that my soul really wants to sing. And then when you get to that space, who's to say what you can do? Who's to say? But I do feel like you have this deep attachment to the life you've created for yourself. Wow, this reading is really resonating for me. I'm like spitting out words, and then I think about for a split second what I just said, and I'm like, oh, damn, I'm talking to myself. You have this deep attachment to this life that you already built for yourself, okay? And you just really need to get clear, and you also need to surrender, okay? That is, I'm literally talking to myself. This is so crazy. How did we get here? I'm calling my own ass out. Okay, so you need to surrender to the vision, okay? And then once you can surrender to the vision, everything opens up for you. You don't have to worry about the how. The how will get there, okay? The how, I'm like, how will I get the money? How will I start? How will I generate an income? How am I gonna keep a roof over my head? How am I gonna provide for myself? How am I? You gonna figure it out. You gotta get into alignment first, okay? Alignment is really not as hard as people make it sound, okay? Alignment just means, like, you're being unapologetically real. That's what I think alignment is. Like, when you just real, okay? There's no hiding anything. There's no comparison mode. There's no, but I should be where they're, and blah, blah, blah. Like, you are, you just be. Like, you just are. And I feel like I'm finally in a space in my life where I can really just be. And I love that for me. And I want that for you too. And it really is not as hard as people make it sound, okay? And when you feel yourself starting to move out of alignment, that's where you have to ask yourself, like, okay, how do I get back on track here? What do I need to do? Blah, blah, blah. But I also feel like you need to, like, clean up your home. Like, get your space. Yeah. Okay. Use the rest of this energetic new year. Okay, use the rest of. This is what I actually wrote down. I was about to say this to you, but really, I forgot I wrote this down in the previous notes that I've had in my own meditation. Okay, my own personal meditation, and I literally put, take care of your shit first. Okay. I'm personally using this time to meditate, get clear on my vision, to cleanse myself, body, mind, spirit, taking my spiritual baths. Okay, I'm mentally preparing myself for a detox that I'm gonna do soon. I always have to mentally prepare myself for that because I be going on a few days of a really deep detox, and it just requires me to fully be present. And it's a very challenging thing that I love to do for myself. Okay, and I really recommend doing some type of cleanse or detox for yourself so you can like really just purge what doesn't serve you. You know, you just get rid of the toxins, get rid of the stagnant energy, get rid of everything, and just release, rejuvenate, get open to receive all the good blessings that are coming your way. Okay, I'm also taking this time to build and to read and build knowledge. Okay, so I'm just trying to put all of my eggs in one basket, if you will. Like I'm just trying to accumulate all my information, get it all together so I can like have it all in front of myself and be like, this is the roadmap. Okay, this is what I want to do. And then from there, when spring hits, I'm ready to take action. Okay, I'm ready to really just head start on my journey. But first, I need to read, I need to accumulate, I need to build the knowledge that I need in order to make this happen. Okay. Get organized, clean up your home, deep clean, spiritually deep clean your home, douse your whole entire house in Florida water, whatever it is that you got to do. Clean the stagnant energy out of your home, the stale energy that no longer is serving you. I would do all of these things to really help you kickstart the energetic new year. Okay, so I would get rested, rejuvenated, organized, get clear, meditate, whatever it is that you need to do, I would do that. Okay? Well, Aquarius, this was your birthday reading for your Aquarius season. So I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope you... Oh, hi. Sorry, I had a minor disruption. I hope you enjoyed your birthday season reading. I hope it gave you the information and the insight that you needed to really kickstart off this new year for yourself so you can get clear on what your goals are for this year, what you want to accomplish in this upcoming year for yourself. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it was helpful. If it resonated, let me know how this resonates for you, how this comes to fruition in the coming months. Just let me know what's going down. Okay. I hope you guys have an amazing birthday. Happy birthday, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.